Hi, my name is Andrea. Today we're doing a back focus yin practice and we're going to end with a loving kindness meditation. So for the practice, you're going to need a blanket and preferably a little bit of a firmer blanket. So see if you can find one that is a little bit thicker. And if you don't have a blanket that is a little bit thicker, then maybe you can use a towel that has a little bit more of a firmer texture. We're going to be using it in the end for opening for the upper back. But let's start with finding a comfortable seat just to land in a bit, and you may want to sit up onto your blanket. Maybe you're sitting cross-legged or however suits you. Letting your hands drop into your lap or into your knees. Let's start by taking a little deeper breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Let your shoulders soften, letting your shin come slightly in. One more time, take a little deeper breath in through your nose. And sigh it out. And one last time, deepest breath in you've taken all day. And release. Letting your mouth close, breathing through your nose unless you're blocked in the nostrils. But if possible, keeping your mouth closed and just notice where in the body you can locate the breath. See if it's in the belly, in the chest. And without trying to change anything, just for the next few breaths, just feeling the sensation of the breath. Following your inhalation, following your exhalation. One more breath cycle. And then softly coming to open the eyes. And we're going to set up for the first, which will be a forward fold with the legs straight. And you can use your blanket here as well. So in order not to get stuck when we're folding forward, you're feeling along the hamstrings in the back of the legs. Take the blanket that is rolled, place it under your knees. You can separate the feet a little bit. And then lifting one side, so lifting your seat without touching with your hands, then lift the other side of the seat. And we're going to come to fold forward over the legs. And as you melt into the position, really notice where you're feeling that first sensation. And maybe it is more in the back of the legs, that's fine. What we're going to do here, we're going to add the rounding of the spine. So start by rounding the back. Maybe you bring the shin in towards the chest. I'm keeping my head up just for the mic, not to get too distracted by my voice coming too close to the mic. But see here if you can find the edge where you may be rounding the head down. See where you want to place your hands and arms. And if it's too much, if the stretch is too intense, you can always press a little bit away with the hands. So you kind of come a little bit away from the ground. And if it's possible, maybe you completely let go, allowing gravity to take over. And we're going to stay here for about 1 more minute. And if you need to come out, you can always come out earlier. This is your practice. So if you would feel that your body's giving you responses, you need to come out and relax for a bit, maybe come back again, that's fine. If it feels comfortable to stay, maybe see if you can soften somewhere, maybe around the shoulders, between the shoulder blades. If you can, letting your belly out. Then tap into your breathing. So you can take 5 slow breaths where you really slow the inhalations, slow the exhalations out for a bit. Now one final breath cycle here. And then slowly in your time, begin to rise back up into a seat. And as you come up, maybe you lean back onto your hands for a moment. If you like, puff up your chest. Anything that feels neutralizing to you. And for the next shape, we're going to do a side bend. And for this one, we're going to draw the right knee in, so opening the right knee out to the side. Check in with the knee to see if there's any discomfort around the knee. You can always take your blanket and support underneath. And then we'll turn away from the extended leg, so turn away from the left leg, and we're going to side bend over. And there's a few options. You may place the hand down to extend the right arm overhead, so you're getting a stretch on the right side between the intercostal muscles. Sometimes you feel it all the way down to the hips. Some of you may be able to place the elbow down onto the leg, and then you can do this version where you interlace the hands, place them behind the head, and you can rest your head into your hands. But if this is too much, if it's giving too much of a stretch, or you're not reaching, so you're kind of tensing up here, then I'd recommend you to place the hand down instead. And you can still, if the top arm is bothering you, place that hand on the left shoulder blade. So hopefully you can get a little bit of a rest here for your shoulder as well. Of course, if there's any issues with the shoulder, if it doesn't feel good here, you can always place it behind you instead, and behind your back. See if you can soften the head down. And take 3 more breaths here. Breathing into the right side. One final breath. Slowly begin to rise up into a seat. And we're going to come over to the other side. So opening the right leg, drawing the left knee in. Once again, supporting under the knee. If the knee is complaining in any way, turn away from the extended leg and then softly side bending. Once again, melting into the position, and see where you kind of end up in that stop in the range of motion. And they're exploring where the shoulder want to go, which version might be appropriate for you here. Maybe you close the eyes, tapping into the sensation on the left side of the torso, feeling into your breath. Yeah, take 3 more breaths here. And slowly rise up into a seat. And from here, going to transition, coming to lay down onto the belly. Placing the forehead down onto the back of the hands. Maybe you shake the hips a little side to side. If you're feeling any discomfort there. Take a little deeper breath in through the nose. And then sigh it out through your mouth. Soften your shoulders, soften between the shoulder blades. And then we'll slowly Transition up to the elbows. We're going to find Sphinx pose. You can choose if you have your palms down or if you prefer to place your palms together. If you're already feeling quite low in your lower back here, maybe you move the elbows a little bit more forward, so come away and soften the back bend a little bit. Notice where you're positioning your head, so make sure that you place your head in a comfortable pose, in a comfortable shape. Maybe you close the eyes. And here you may feel the breath in relation to the ground. As you're breathing, feeling the body slightly raising up from the support from underneath. And as you're exhaling, feeling how your hips, your belly melts into your mat or into the ground. And take 5 more breaths here. And then slowly release all the way down, letting your forehead rest to the back of the hands. We'll place the hands on either side of the shoulders, pressing the seat back towards the heels, and leaning into child's pose for a moment with the hips coming back. Once again, the forehead can be supported by the back of the hands or the ground. Just feeling that soft lengthening of the lower back here. Taking a few deep, slow breaths. And then slowly roll up into a seat. And we're going to set up for a back bend for the upper back. And this is where we're going to use the blanket. So take your blanket, or if you're using a towel, and we're going to roll it. Make a tight roll and approximately mat width apart. And then place it on your mat so that there's still a bit of space behind you for your head and arms. And you want to come to lay down, placing the blanket behind the heart. So you're aiming for this opening expansion across the ribs. And then from there, placing your head down, reaching your arms overhead. And you can take any angle that's comfortable. So check in with your shoulders to see what works for you here. It's totally fine that your shoulders are still up in the air. But you want to have a feeling that you're really expanding across the chest. So if you're not having that feeling, then dare to play around a little bit. So you can either press or push the the blanket a little bit more down, or if it's too far down, then bring it higher up. So once again, check in your lower ribs, your heart area. This is where you want to have the support from the blanket. And then once you settle in, maybe take a little deeper breath in through your nose. And as you open your mouth, slowly sigh it out as you let your body become heavier into the shape. Maybe closing over the eyes and allowing the shape to do the work here. And you may not be feeling so much, and that's okay. You're still getting that back bend for the upper back. And usually, the more we can relax into it, the more effect the shape will have. It's more about softening the muscles, allowing your body to become heavy. And we'll take about 1.5 more minutes here. And if at any point you would feel your fingers or your hands start tingling, or you feel that you lose any sensation, you can always bring your arms down towards your belly. And maybe you keep them there, or maybe you just have them there for a few moments. If you can, raising your arms up again. Feeling into your breath. Taking 3 more breaths here. And then slowly release your arms down to your belly. Coming to roll over into one side. Releasing the blanket from underneath you. And then coming to roll back over into your spine. You can keep the blanket close by. And just take a moment here in neutral. So you may let your hands rest onto your body. Just feeling your upper back, your hips, your legs, supported by the ground. And then in your time, we're going to set up for a twist. So bringing the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to set up for a supported twist so we can stay a little bit longer. So we will have a bit more of a deeper effect onto our nervous system as well. So not just the tissues. And we'll drop the knees over to the left side. And I'm having my blanket here, and I do recommend you having something underneath so that you get a touchdown for your knees. And then you can scooch the hips back to center. So you bring the hips back a little bit more into alignment with your spine. Some of you may want to naturally cross the knees, that's fine. As long as you're getting an opening across the chest, and that maybe you can reach the right arm out to the side. Find a comfortable angle of your choice. Of course, if this is not possible, you can always place the right hand onto your lower ribs. But find a twist and stagger the knees on top of each other if that feels better, so that you can get your shoulder blades a little bit more, maybe melting all the way down to the ground. It's fine if it's not. Just find a comfortable place where you don't need to hold the knees so much. And that's why I recommend the support under the knees. You can still have the left hand on the knees. Maybe you turn the head over to the right side, so you're continuing the twist in your neck. Then once you settle into the twist, take a little deeper breath in through your nose. As you sigh it out, letting your body melt, soften into the twist. So anything we do on the spine has a quite big impact on our nervous system. So our autonomic nervous system is running right next to our spine. So as you're lying here, Maybe imagining for each exhale, your body's becoming heavier, softening into the support, feeling the support from the ground underneath you. Softening across your chest, softening your hips, your thighs, your legs. Slowly in your time, begin to roll back into center, drawing the knees back, shifting the hips back to center. And before we come over to the other side, just take a moment, either with your knees bent, if you like, extend the legs. And just take a few slow, soft breaths, just feeling the effect of the twist. When you're ready, you're going to start to transition over to the other side, placing the blanket on the right side this time if you use it, and then draw the knees in, let the knees drop over, scooch the hips back. Take your time to set it up. See if you can bring the knees a little higher up so that they're hip width or even above the hips height. If you did so on the first side, turning your head to the opposite side from the knees. Find a comfortable angle for your left arm. And then once you've settled in, maybe take a little deeper breath in. Sigh it out. Softening your shoulders. Softening the back of your head. Softening your hips, your thighs, your belly. Softening your cheeks, your forehead. And see if we can soften around the eyes, corners of the eyes. I take 5 more slow breaths here. And then slowly in your time, begin to roll back, draw the knees in, shift the hips back. And then extend your legs this time. And we're just going to take quite short shavasana before coming up to meditation. If you're feeling very cold, I'd definitely recommend you place the blanket all over you or just place it over your hips just to get a little bit of a warm support. Turning your palms open, maybe walking the shoulder blades a little bit down, lengthening the back of the head so that your shin can lower down. And even if it's a quite short moment here in Shavasana, see how you can feel your presence spreading all over your body, feeling into your fingertips, feeling into your toes, feeling all the contact points between your body and the floor. And then slowly begin to move your fingers, moving your toes. Maybe extending your arms up over your head, giving yourself a nice long stretch. And drawing your knees in, coming to roll over into one side, taking a moment on the side. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to transition up into a seat. And we're going to find a seated position, a meditation seat, and maybe you use the blanket to come up to support, and either sitting cross-legged or however you prefer. And then letting your hands drop into your lap or onto your knees. And take a moment to just land in here. Feeling how, as you're inhaling, you can press down your seat a little bit. So you're lifting up through your heart, lifting the top of your head. And as you exhale, feeling your seat softening down. So you're resting a little bit into your seat, feeling your shoulders softening and your shin slightly dropping so that your shin is parallel to the floor. Softening over your eyes. We'll start this meditation by bringing to mind a person that you love or that you cherish deeply, someone you appreciate for being in your life. See this person in front of you, and then we'll repeat the phrases. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you ride the wave of your life with ease. Repeating silently. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you ride the wave of your life with ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you ride the wave of your life with ease. And now, directing this towards yourself, and silently repeat. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I ride the wave of my life with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I ride the wave of my life with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I ride the wave of my life with ease. And take a moment to just be present with the feeling around your heart. Maybe let your palms meet in front of your heart. And thank yourself for investing your valuable time in practicing. Thank you for practicing together. Namaste.